photographer and a graphic designer, I created a guide and I printed it out. And I wanted to do something really fun and motivating, something that would make me want to get up every day and flip through the pages. I personally like handwriting everything down. I think it keeps you more accountable, but it's your own preference. And for that reason, you can download the file to your iPad, click markup, and you're able to write into the pages, just like as if you were writing with a pen and paper. If you have the magic pen, it makes it easier, otherwise you're typing everything in. So that's just something to think about if you have those tools. You can download it to your computer or your iPad and type in your tracking how you want to do it. But about the guide, so it's a 12-week program, and the sheets themselves, the individual ones that you can use to blend in with your current workout or eating program, is modeled after Body for Life, which is a program that I've had great success with, so that's why I used it. But like I said, use it any way you want. It's just a fun guide, but for those of you who are interested, I just thought I'd tell you about it, and I will be doing a series of videos just to kind of guide you through it if you decide you want to do the 12-week Pinup fitness journey with me. And I wanted something cute, so I just named it Pinup, but this is definitely not a company. I'm not a trainer. It's just something that's worked for me, and I've been through the gamut of overpaying for trainers, underpaying, whatever, and just having, like, you know, everything from injuries to roadblocks like mindset and feeling bored or lazy or unmotivated. So I find this really helps me, and writing it down has been the key for me. I had some great success in the last 6 months with the program, and then over the holidays I kind of let it go. I took a break, and then now I'm back at it again. I think it's a lifestyle journey. But a little bit about the book. So I will do a little clip on the video where you can see it, but just a quick flip through. It looks like it's a lot of pages, but when you're actually tracking on paper your workouts, it actually is about this thick, because I had a binder previous to this and I was photocopying the sheets, and it just is a lot. And if you run out of the photocopies on a day you're working out, it can throw you off if you're used to charting. If you're not, then don't worry about it. So I put it all together in one guide to make it super easy. And then the first page, we've got this beautiful little color pinup, and this 12 weeks to gorgeous. So I just kind of named it some fun things to reminders. It's just kind of fun. So this is the weeks for for the month, and it is 12 weeks, so that's about 3 months. And then it tells you on each day what you should be doing, upper, lower, cardio. And this is the Body for Life program, and that's how they do it. Now, like I said, you can adapt this any way you want and do it differently. But if you're interested in the 12 weeks, I found it really worked. One of the most important parts of success with your fitness, and I know everybody kind of has it on their mind, being January, so I wanted to launch this at the end of January, just as a tool when you're maybe giving up hope or having just kind of falling off, derailing. Kind of wanted to bring this guide out and just kind of help you guys with that. But one of the most important things is knowing your body type. And I found when I figured out my body type, I figured out by researching what foods work for it and what exercises. And this program worked for me because it forced me to really pay attention to what I was eating and snacking on by handwriting and just kind of charting. And so I saw where I was making my mistakes, and then I saw how I could improve that. And then I was able to see the differences. And so that allowed me to make changes and success in my life. And so perhaps it'll help you too. So the next page is a success journal, and this was new for me. It allowed me to write down my thoughts and feelings every day. Like, even if I was feeling bad and I just wanted to write like a diary, I used it that way. And then I would write down what's inspiring me. It has here a few different questions. So the first one is 5 things that will help you move forward from now to tomorrow to help with your goals. These are your self-promises. And then there's different questions as we go down. And I may do videos on each sheet to explain how it works and just kind of keep you interested and motivated on the process. But you do this every week, every day. You fill out one of these, and it's a great way to check in with yourself. And I found it actually helped me catch why I wasn't hitting my goals. For example, why did I have a headache? What did I eat? What did I do? and then I was able to kind of figure things out. And if you think like that, or you think like me, this will be very helpful. It's just a really great way to stay structured and organized when you start working out, but then you suddenly derail and go all over the place. So the next page is your measurements. And I have everything from here, from your arm, chest band, waist, smallest part, hip, thigh, calf, and your BMI. And your BMI, your body mass index, you can have measured at your gym. And they give you a sheet. I just did it today, actually. So any gym should do this, and they usually charge $20 if you're a member. And it's an analysis. I went to Anytime Fitness, and it's an analysis of your body mass index, how high your percentage of fat is in your body, your weight, your, it has a whole breakdown here. And they will explain it to you, depending on your gym, like how they have it laid out. But basically, I have my total body water count, my dry lean mass, my body fat mass, and my weight. And then if you continue to check in and do these, it'll also tell you where you gain, and like if you've lowered your body mass index, if you've gained weight, if you've lost weight, things like that. And you can see it charting, and it has a little chart at the bottom. So I know this stuff can be overwhelming, confusing, but that's a great simple way to start. And then you can just write in like your actual measurements, where you just take a tape measure. And a lot of this program is about being really honest with yourself about what you want to accomplish and where you're at right now. This isn't about being super skinny, and this isn't about kind of like being in an illusion about what you want and never getting it. This is about really getting results by tracking it and writing down. So anyway, at the very bottom I have the weight, and that I put in here is optional because I personally don't look at my weight. I go by how I feel and how I fit into clothing. So that was my incentive. So I kind of redid my closet and had a lot of fun doing vintage clothing, as well as I created these little kind of casual, circus carnival style clothing for workouts and for just casual wear. And so I have some of my images, there's one on them, and as well as I created leggings, and they're super soft cotton. And you can get fitted t-shirts, or this one is one of the looser styles. You can also get men's size. And then the cotton leggings are super soft. And I'm not doing like extensive strenuous workouts where I'm running 6 miles. So this stuff works, as well as I also have my regular gym wear. So anyway, back to the sheets. I'll give you links below if you're interested in taking a peek at any of that. But I also added in a corset training section. And I even added in like a gauge from 1 to 10, how tight your corset is, because sometimes you're tying it, you don't even think. So you want to make progress with your corset training to get that curvy shape with your pinup clothes. So I did this for me because I really wanted to track and see what I was doing and if I was making any gains. And there's some days I just don't want to wear it or try it. I'm new to it. So I created this fun little sheet. And if you're into corset training, you can use this sheet by itself. I have a couple questions. Waist tied up, just a check-in, smallest part, make sure I'm putting it on right, how tight it is, how many hours I've worn it, mindset, how do you feel, what's going on with me for the day, and then doubts, am I like tripping out about trying to use this corset, and it can be a mind game for some people. And then my successes, how I feel, how I look in the clothes, just kind of little things for you to check in and feel good about what you're doing, and incentive to want to like really write it down and record it. And then on my next sheet, I did meal planning. And so most people use a fitness tracker on their phone, and I found that didn't work for me. So what I did was like I said, modeled a lot of this after the Body for Life workouts. I found when I actually had to write it down and look at it, I saw what I was eating and snacking on. And it also allowed me to prep, because you have a plan and you write ahead of time what you're gonna do. You may do it at the beginning of the day, or you may do it the night before. And then I write in what I actually did and the times. And I personally, it's got a 6 meals slot, because I eat 6 times a day, but there's small balanced meals within my macros. And macros, if you don't know what they are, is a way of hitting your goal weight, if it is your weight you want to hit, or even just reducing your body fat mass by eating healthy. And so when you're eating on time and you're eating in increments, you have less chance of crashing and burning and binging. And so that really helped me. If you're into keto, you can adapt it to keto. If you're into Atkins or whatever other diet, you can do that. I'm just doing this. And if you're interested in my 12-week program that I did, it really helped keep me focused, and I could plan, like if I knew I was driving at a certain time, I had an appointment, I could have those snacks and foods on me. So that was pretty useful. Okay, and then the next page is cardio. And once again, you've got planned, and then you've got your actual. And in my book, in the download, it'll be blank and you can write in. This one, I just kind of had it in there as a dummy sheet. But you can go through that and you do different levels, and it's only 20 minutes. So you can walk, run, whatever cardio exercise, and I'll go more into that with the different videos so it makes sense because there's a lot to it. But basically you're doing 20 minutes and you're doing HIIT, where you're going up and down in levels and you're just getting your heart going, and you're tracking it, and that's how you can see how you're doing. The next page is your upper body, and it has a space to put in the exercise, and then you always do like a superset at the end where you do a repeat on your lightest weight of that exercise, and then you do the same body part but you do a different exercise, so you can just kind of create some gains that way. And it goes all the way down. And then I'll give you a list of exercises, or I'll give you a link to the Body for Life so you can see what you can pick from, and you put your exercises in there, and then I'll also show you. And this one is the lower body, and this one is the, for your lower body days, there's 4 exercises, and for your upper body days, there's 5 exercises. So if you think about it that way, it's really not that much, but yet you can still make a difference in your lifestyle with your eating and your workouts and your body by just following this. So, and then we start with week 1. Day 1, if you're interested in doing the 12-week, you can do it on your own, or you can follow some of the videos. I'm not a fitness trainer, but I will throw in videos about how this works if you're really interested. I found I had great success, and I know January is that time where people start fitness programs and then by the end of the month they quit. So I wanted to create this really fun guide where you can just kind of be excited about doing your workouts and putting in your measurements and doing all your eating. I took the liberty of printing it all out. I really wanted to see it in print. I love having all my workouts in one place, and I just have to go in and write. And you can make it fun and just kind of mark it off with a paper clip and write in different colored pens. And then one thing I really wanted to mention, which is super important, if you want to do this on the phone, once again, you can download to your iPad or your computer, but there is a section after every week, and at the end of that section, let me get to it, is a place where you can put your photo in. And so when you do that, it allows you to see all your progress, and I found that really helpful. Someone had taught me that. And so, for example, I have a little space, and I'm gonna get the mini 11 Insta cameras, and you just stick your photos, and you're gonna do a front, back, and sides. Super easy, but that'll allow you to see where you wanna see changes. I always shoot my midsection because being an endomorph with an apple shape is where I gain most of my weight, and that's where I see my biggest changes. So for me, I know when I'm making progress by how my clothes fit on the waist and just the size of shirts and pants and stuff. So that was really helpful. And so I recommend getting one of those cameras if you are going to print out this book, or just anything that will allow you to stick in a photo, which is really fun. And then I created the whole book around vintage pinup artwork because I found that really inspiring and happy and positive. But then when I sat back and looked at the whole book, I felt like I didn't represent all women. And being you know, someone who struggled with that as well, I wanted to add in imagery of women of all different ethnicities. And so I thought about what other genres other than pinup really inspired me. So I'm looking for some pictures to show you. So I put in like old Hollywood actresses, Rita Hayworth, I'll show you some other ones, Anna May Wong. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. And so at the end of every week, there's a different pinup of all different, like either burlesque, old Hollywood glamour, maybe pinup, traditional pinup, and they're all from a vintage past times, and I wanted to show a real kind of variety so it appealed to a lot of people as well as myself. And then I have classics like, you know, Elizabeth Taylor, and then each one has a motivational saying. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and I hope you guys decide that that's a download you want to try out. There's a link down below. You can also reach me on my Instagram and download the link from there. And if you have any questions, you can message me. And so today is day 1, week 1. You can start anytime you like. And join me on my channel, like, share, and subscribe, and I will show you more about how this works and getting fit for 2021. Thank you.